it's a new year, and it is definitely new opportunities to make ourselves great. Okay? So, if 2024 was not the year for you, or if you haven't accomplished everything that you wanted in 2024, well, this is now 2025. And the opportunities are still there. We're here, and we're not going to focus on what happened last year. We want to focus on what we want to do for this year, okay? Because honestly speaking, I mean, I have a list, and I hope, I don't know if you guys keep a list or you guys are just following along, but I have a list. And to be honest with you, I don't think I've accomplished anything on that list last year. I haven't. There's nothing that I can say that I did that I wanted to do last year. There's nothing that I have accomplished, like gain from last year that I set out to gain, right? But sometimes where you are in life is exactly where you need to be. Where you are is exactly where you need to be. Sometimes it's just not the timing, and it's important to keep working. So while it all comes together, just keep working. Okay? It's a new year, and definitely we've made it over into the new year. We're here. We're still here, alive and kicking, and have all the possibilities there is to definitely continue to reach our goals. And I mean, life does get a little burdensome at times. You do feel as if you're stagnant, as if you're not going anywhere, as if you're not getting to where you want to be. I mean, yeah, it happens. I mean, sometimes you're like, okay, what am I doing? Am I doing something wrong? When you redo the measurement, you're like, it's not really anything wrong. It's just how it is. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we just got to keep going. Because when you plant a seed, if you plant it today, are you really looking to reap the fruit today? Are you open to reap the fruit today? Well, is it possible to reap the fruit today? No. So, with that being said, you got to keep going. And that's all I got to say. Well, for 2025, personally, for me, it's the year of execution, okay, for me. And by execution, I mean executing my goals. I mean just doing whatever I need to do to get to my goal. Doing whatever I need to do to accomplish all, the things that I have on my list. Because at the end of the day, I didn't get anything last year. So I want to work extra hard this year and see if this year it might pay off. I mean, I'm still working. I'm still doing what I need to do for, the things I need, which are my goals, of course. But at the end of the day, maybe sometimes our best is it really our best? Is it really the best that we can do? Or can we do better? Sometimes we actually can do better. And we need to see, we need to look for room for improvement, like, self-improvement, self-growth, like, what am I doing wrong? Because if you keep trying this formula and it's not working, you're getting the same answer, but that answer is not correct. You have to try something else. It's impossible to keep trying the same thing and expecting to get a different result without change. Okay? So sometimes we are the problem. I gotta say, sometimes we're the problem. I am definitely a part of my problem when it comes to procrastinating. I mean, that word describes me. That word describes me. Most of my actions. I mean, I'm a very last minute person, which I'm trying to change. Okay? Yeah, I haven't changed anything last year. Like, I'm a last minute person. I'm going to do anything. I'm going to do any and everything on the appointed time, which is not really something that needs to be glorified. I mean, sometimes some people get it done and it's fine, but sometimes if you attempted to do it earlier, then of course you would have more room for improvement. Okay? And yes, I'm last minute, and that's gonna, that's not something that I need to bring over into 2025. I need to do better where that is concerned. And of course, I have a lot more flaws. I have a lot more areas that I need to focus on and improve on, because I know, definitely we know ourselves, and we know what it is that we're doing and what it is that's not right. Believe it or not, no one needs to tell us sometimes, because we already know. Okay? So, I am definitely going to zoom in on my actions and see if I can change, certain habits that are not, valuable, that are not going to be productive in executing my goals. And when I do, I'm gonna see if it works, okay? I'm gonna see the difference. I'm gonna evaluate the process and see what the outcome is. So definitely I can see if, any changes have been made, and any, but of course I know that those habits are definitely things that I need to change. We have to cheer for ourselves, because if we keep expecting people to cheer for us and like be our biggest motivators, then can they really motivate us if we're not already motivated by our own drive? Really? Because you can't expect somebody to support you, to love you, to keep, cheering for you if you're not cheering for yourself. So, for me personally, 2025 will be cheering for me. I want to cheer for myself. I want to motivate myself. I want to make sure that I'm equipped with all of the necessary things that I need to succeed. I want to make sure that when it comes to emotionally and physically ready, I want to make sure that I am personally all across the board. Emotionally, I need to be healthy. Physically, I need to be healthy. You know what I mean? I need to tap in when it comes to all those aspects, because sometimes we can be stressed. We have a lot of things that are going through our minds. We have a lot of things that we need to do, and sometimes we focus on the problem. And that is also a problem. Focusing on the problem. We need to focus on a solution. And that is one of our biggest mistakes. Focusing on the problem when the solution is what we need to find. Sometimes you gotta know that, there's no way around the problem. You have to face the problem head on. There's no way. There's no shortcut. You see what I'm saying? You just have to get it done. Because if you don't, the problem is still going to be there. Okay? Now, for 2025, I need everybody to know that, first of all, self-care is important. It's very, very important. Mentally, you have to be stable. You have to be mentally ready, mentally strong for the things that you are about to face, because it is crazy out there and things are hard to attain, things are hard to achieve. But you have to make sure that you're mentally prepared, you're mentally healthy to take on whatever goal it is that you're going to take on. Okay? Because honey, nothing is promised that's going to be easy. Everything takes hard work. You know what I mean? Almost everything comes with a little problem, okay? And we have to know how we're going to tackle when something comes up that we're not ready for. Okay? But for 2025, I wish everybody loved themselves a little bit more. I wish that we believe in ourselves a little bit more. And I wish that we tap out of our shy era. That's for me. I'm not really a shy person, but I hope that a lot of people tap out of being shy and just start to embask in what's set out for them, because some people are just so talented, but because of how shy they are, it's just, holding them back from what they really are meant to do. So I wish that we forget about what people have to say for the moment and just keep doing what we have to do. I hope we're gonna be consistent in whatever that we're doing. So if we start it, we have to finish it. Of course, sometimes you're gonna fall off. Yes, you're gonna forget, or time is not going to be there. But we have to also be positive, because sometimes we don't know. I don't know how we expect to get things or how we expect to have things done when we're just like, oh, it's not gonna work anyways. But it's gonna work. Let's try that. Let's try telling ourselves that it is going to work. It's going to work whether we like it or not. It's going to work. Let's keep that mindset. It is going to work. But people talk about consistency, and I can't stress that enough. Consistency, consistency, consistency is key. It is key in whatever you're doing. If you're going to work, you need to be consistently early. If you're going to work and you're doing things that the job require, you need to be consistent in doing that, so you can always have a good production score. In everything, consistency is the number one factor that can help you to be, the best. And we just have to focus on ourselves. As I said before, mentally you got to be ready, mentally you got to be strong, mentally you got to be prepared, emotionally you got to be ready and strong as well, physically the same. Okay. And I believe that we can do it. I believe at the end of 2025 we can have a story. Okay, we can see how we're doing, we can see what we did, and hopefully a lot more people have good news about how many things they tick off their list for 2025. So let's go get it. Let's go with a positive mindset and a positive drive, and let's just conquer